This video should help you with your task for this week if you're struggling with what to do. So the table provides information about the 4 long jumpers and how long each of them jumped. So you should notice that they have used different units for measuring from one person to the next. So they all have inches in their measurement. They all also have feet, and only 2 of them have yards. So just like if we were going to compare another type of measurement or compare fractions, like if we had eighths and fourths, we want to be able to compare those without first making them the same unit. So the same principle applies here. So in order to compare these and put them in order, we need to put them all in the same unit. So I'm going to do that by putting them all into inches. So in order to do that, I need to know that there are 12 inches in 1 foot, and also that there are 3 feet in a yard. With that information, I'm going to be able to convert these measurements all into inches. So we'll start with Cindy. Cindy jumped 2 yards, 1 foot, and 3 inches. So first let's convert those yards. 2 yards, we're going to convert to feet first. So how many feet are in 2 yards? Well, there's 3 feet in 1 yard, so if we count by threes, we know that there are 6 feet in 2 yards. Now we want to convert our feet to inches. So we're going to take our 6 feet and we're going to figure out how many inches that would be. So there are 12 inches in 1 foot. So I'm going to multiply 6 by 12. And I get 72. So there are 72 inches in 6 feet, which means there are 72 inches in 2 yards. So I'm going to use this number. Now remember, that's not as far as Cindy jumped. She jumped 2 yards, but she also jumped 1 foot and 3 inches beyond that. So here's her 72 to represent the 2 yards. Now 1 foot we know to be 12 inches. And then she also jumped 3 on top of that. So when we add them all up, we have 87 inches that Cindy jumped. So we would repeat that process for Tyrette and for Nina and for Monique. So for each of them, we want to use the same process and figure out how many inches each of these students jumped. Once we have that, then we're going to be able to put it in descending order from the longest jump to the smallest jump. And that's what you're supposed to do for number 1 on this week's lesson. Then you need to explain your process. And then the next question that is asked brings in Drew. Now, Drew jumped further than any of these 4 students, but he also jumped shorter. He also jumped shorter than 7 feet, 7 inches. So for Drew, he jumped bigger than the largest one of the 4 students here, but smaller than this. So in order to finish up the problem and answer the last question, you would need to convert 7 feet and 7 inches into just inches and determine which measurement, there may be more than one, Drew could have jumped. That is larger than the largest jump, but still smaller than 7 feet, 7 inches. And then explain your process. If you have any further questions, please feel free to contact me. You've got this.